What's up, y'all? So how y'all doing? I know I hadn't been on here since last week or the week before last. Things have been very rewarding for me. I don't let people know when I fast, but a fast that I had last week was very rewarding for me. The reward sometimes be nothing what you think of. Like, it'll be what you need. It'll still be rewarding, but it won't be like things won't come the way you think they'll come. And so since the fast, the day after, Abba has been speaking so loudly and clear to me, just to confirm that I know that I'm hearing what I'm hearing. And I ain't gonna lie, it's exciting. You know how y'all get excited, or we get excited for something, and when you were a kid, your parents is like, I got a surprise. And so how I do my kids is, I hope y'all ain't, like me. You tell your kids you got a surprise for them, and then you be itching to tell them before it even comes. But Abba don't do that. When Abba say he got a surprise, he real life got a surprise. He real life got what the meaning, And so, how many of us are waiting on our surprises? Sometimes a surprise is something that's up ahead and you don't know what it is. You get what I'm saying? And you're not supposed to figure it out because it'll ruin it, right? A surprise, you're not even supposed to be expecting it because it'll ruin it, right? So you know how you can have a surprise and then somebody try to come tip you off, be like, but you ain't heard it from me, or I'll give you a hint what it is, and still it's kind of ruined, because if they give you hints and the hints is then the hint have you thinking exactly what it is, but you're not sure yet, by the time you see it, it's not gonna have the same effect, because you're going to somewhat be expecting it. So I am waiting. Definitely waiting on what Abba has for me. And I'm waiting somewhat patiently, if you want to be honest. Somewhat patiently. And I know I got to work on that. But every time I try to say, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to figure this out, I'm going to figure that out, it kind of, you get what I'm saying? Like, Abba's like popping me like a toddler, like, get out the way, because, and it is just me heeding to his instructions. So when he give me instructions or he give me a revelation, ain't no patience in me. I like to act on it right then. But we all know that it has to be in his timing. So many times we move outside of his timing and you mess something up. That's just back to the surprise. If you know too much, a hint is too much. When you're surprised, you don't know nothing. You don't know what's coming, when it's coming, how it's coming. You don't know any of that. And when I say Abba has a surprise, even last week, okay, he won't let me talk about it, so I ain't gonna talk about it. So, but when you're surprised, you don't know what's coming, ain't no hints, you would have never guessed, okay? And so that's what he's doing, because it's funny because of like what I do throughout the day, and it's not like I'm trying to hint around and get hints and get certain things to give me the hints. I think it's just that impatience. Like, every day he gives me a new revelation as to what I need to be doing. When I do get ready to go into what he wants me to, he's giving me the instructions for that. And it's just like, ooh, well, if those are the instructions for then, I'm ready to get out of this area now. And you can't force nothing that he has his hand on. I will say that. And I appreciate him, because sometimes we can be given all the resources and move on our own. And right now, he's making sure he give me the resources at the time that I need it. because he knows that if he give me the resources way before, I'm gonna act on it. Because I'm like, when I'm okay. So here's a story. I was invited to come visit Arizona the year before last, by October 2020. And I said, okay. So I thought about it. I said, that would be nice. That would be fun, with the kids, all that other good stuff. As time went on, then I wanted to move to Georgia, so I started looking for places in Georgia, but nothing wasn't moving fast enough for me. And I'm just like, what in the world? I'm ready to move. Like if it's a thought, I'm ready to do it. And so it was just like, when time came, I said, you know what? Forget it. I got somebody say they'll ride with me to Arizona. We going to Arizona. So what I'm saying is, if I'm given a thought to do something, I like to move on it, and then I like to take a step further. I didn't go do a visit. I moved to Arizona. So it was more or less like visit who? Because if I come all the way over there, I'm staying, And so, because that's what I'm saying. Like, Abba knows that if I'm given the green light to do something, I'm gonna do it. Like if I'm given a green light to do something, I'm going to do it without any hesitation, and as long as I have the resources. And I got another page, which is Humbled by Yah. It's not as spiritual as this. It's actually showing, trying to get my journey of being a single mom of 3, traveling all the way over to Arizona from South Carolina, all for just $1,000. So mind what I said now. If I can go to Arizona with just $1,000 and hang around, all my needs were met every week. And then when income tax came, I went ahead and deposited a place and fully furnished a place. Let me tell you something. Abba knows that all I need is the green light and the resources, and I'm in that thing. But sometimes, if you don't make sure that it's okay with him, and I ain't gonna lie, I think I probably did ask him, and he said it's okay. But I might have needed that year's vacation, from dealing with some stuff. And so it was rewarding to me. So a surprise is not you doing everything. Because like I said, Abba know I'll do it. I'll say he blessed me with the stuff to do it, and then I'll do it, instead of letting him do it on his own. And how many of us like, no, let me surprise you. Why don't you chill out? Relationships. Babe, why don't you chill out? Why don't you let me surprise you? They're like, nah, I don't like surprises. I don't like to be surprised. And you're like, no, let me do something for you for once. It's the same thing as like, let me wow you. That's what my duty. Abba says that's what his duty is. He like to, show himself approved. He like to show you why you should trust him. He like to show you why your faith, what faith can do in the most craziest situations. And he kept giving me Noah's story, Abraham's story, Daniel's story, Mary Magdalene's story. All those stories was him. And then when you think about Sarah, and you think about Yeshua's mother Mary, when you think about all these stories, they are miracles. Or you get what I'm saying? Like they are, in the sense, they are shocking to the people in the story. It's like Noah's was a little different, because I'm quite sure his shockage came from he didn't know at what capacity the earth was going to flood. But he listened. You know what I'm saying? Like, the instructions is listen. Just listen. It's like, just listen and do what I say. Don't ask no questions. Just do what I tell you to do. And that's where I'm at right now. He like, just listen. Because soon as you get clarification, you heard me, you green light ready. You foot on the gas ready. And because y'all gotta understand, sometimes when you do desire something, that is that can very much so be Abba's desire as well. If something is making you mad about a person, your spirit ain't irritated for nothing. You get what I'm saying? So whenever Abba wants something for you and you really his kid, you can feel that thing all in your spirit, and it makes you want it. Because if you want what he wants, hates what he hates, then most definitely you can feel all his emotions, okay? And that's how I am when he gives me revelation or he gives me permission to do something. And then say if my resources ain't available, you know, that's just a certain type of anxiousness, because it's like, you know, but if you know, but the desire is real and I want to do it. But he's just like, if I give, you know, I could tell you a little something, but that you don't, I'm not gonna tell you when it is. Let me surprise you. And then even when it do come, it still don't come the way that you done sat and pondered impatiently and tried to figure it out. And if I do it this way, if I do it that way, if I do it that way, if I do it that way, I can't do it this way, so I'm not gonna go that route. Like, it's like, chill. Do what I asked you to do and just chill. And so that's what we got to learn to do as his kids as well. We done had all the other stuff get out the way. If you really working on yourself, that's what this message is for today. If you really put in the work and you have changed up those habits, this message is for the people who are patiently waiting. You get what I'm saying? Who are just patiently waiting on the surprise. And you know, sometimes the Bible does say have an expectation for things. From my experience, an expectation for things for me ruins it. If I expect something, it don't, it's just like, bro, you was looking for it. Like, it's not gonna come because you're looking for it, right? And when I'm not expecting it, like when I say I be shocked by the stuff that comes, like I've had in the past 2 months 2 unexpected checks. Okay? 2 unexpected checks. And when I get it, I'm just like, ooh, let me mobile deposit this thing quick. Right? Okay, cool. And the same feeling that I had with those surprise, unexpected, not looking for, never thought of, didn't even get in the way of it coming. Matter of fact, one of them came, you know, I got it on time. One of them was just waiting in the mailbox. And I didn't know probably for about for a couple of weeks. And so it's like when you're not looking for things are waiting, you know, to find you. And Abba will make that happen. And so let me tell you how unexpected one of them was. I don't get no mail to the address that I'm at. And I said, well, let me go check the mailbox, bring some mail in, you know, light and load. And there was a check in the actual mailbox that is not mine with my name on it. You get what I'm saying? And with the address. And it's not saying I never used the address, but I wasn't expecting it, okay? Was not expecting it. It's like you can't expect it. Don't expect it because you could ruin it. You know, us expecting something is us, you know, kind of like manipulating stuff. And we want to stay as far away from manipulation as possible, because right now, as much, you know, demonic warfare, much witchcraft stuff that's going on now, that is manipulation. They are manipulating the scene. They're manipulating, you know, the atmosphere. They're trying to manipulate others' lives. They're trying to manipulate, and they're actually running from responsibility and accountability and just trying to manipulate the things around them so they won't have to go that route. You get what I'm saying? And it's just not good, you know. So I don't want to manipulate nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I repent, Abba, if I am trying to manipulate something, but I don't want to manipulate nothing or nobody to get what I know is coming, okay? So like I said, this message is for the people who have really seriously worked on themselves and really cold turkey your behaviors, because that story of Abraham and Lot, like, you know, you hear about Lot and his wife, she turned back and looked back, turned into a pillow of salt. Like, you know, I wasn't thinking that, because they both had the same quest. It's like, get up out of here. Don't look back either. Just keep going. Go somewhere. And then, you know, in Abraham's story, you know, in Sarah's story, when they left, Lot went with them, you know. And so obviously supposed to have been a 2-on-2, you know, like a double thing where the wife and husband 2-on-2. But the assignment was the same, you know, go, don't look back, you know, and you know, I'm quite sure they just went, you know. And so sometimes that's what you gotta do. You gotta just do it. Don't ask no questions. Don't ask for the resources. Don't look for the resources. Because 9 times out of 10, the resources ain't even where you hanging around at. Where we keep waiting around at, it ain't even around there. And, you know, so if we've cold turkey some things and really got rid of it and we ready to go to the next step, like, I can assure you that waiting around in whatever, the job, you waiting around in a relationship, you waiting around, or you trying to wait till this happen, you trying to wait till this happen, it is not lingering back. It is not lingering around what you are supposed to be getting rid of, away from, and it's not there. If it was there, you would have had what you needed to get out. But it's not going to come in that familiar place because somebody may see it. You may be too happy and expose it once you get it. Like, it's just not going to flow right. And so I feel like this is a message for all of Abba's children who has really turned that leaf, made a good player, really got out the way. All the things that I was saying, choose whose side you wanted to be on. You know, what's some other messages he had me tell you? Like, you know, like, you really out the way, you get what I'm saying? And you like Noah in this thing, and you just listening to instructions, trying to figure out what's next, you get what I'm saying? And then when we get impatient, we start moving on our own, right? Okay, so, but what I'm saying is, we just got to take care of us. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna pull the camera down on me. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, because sorry, it did it anyway. so it did it anyway. I hope my pants isn't buckled, but just showing a little bit. Like, but what I'm saying is, since I've been here, I've lost weight. I don't show my body. I used to be a Instagram model, like, big or not, you was gonna get these selfies and poses. But, you know, from the angle that my phone sits sometime, but I could tell in my face I've lost weight, right? And so what I'm saying is, while you're waiting, get yourself together. Because what if Abba's saying, look, what if the surprise come and you still overweight? What if the surprise come and you still ain't got your hair together, your wigs, your whatever you need, a new wig, you need a new dress, you need a new whatever. You can invest in something and say, hey, this is my preparation gear. This is my preparation get up. This is my preparation. I want to be ready when time come. You get what I'm saying? So try to get all the things as a faith move to say, Abba, I know something ahead of me. I'm not going to get in your way. But while you work on that, I'm going to be over here getting myself prepared to do what I need to look presentable. You get what I'm saying? So I actually, I have dry fast days where I don't eat. It's not purposely for weight loss, but I think that's helping. I do work out. I do totally cook. Like, I don't do no fast food restaurants. I totally cook everything. I will get my ingredients. I will chop that thing up, and I will take my time, and I will cook it. And it's healthier that way, and I eat lighter that way. You get what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is, you just got to work on you while you're waiting. Because work on you while you're waiting. You want to get back in school, go ahead and apply for some schools and see how you can do this thing. Find something to do while you're waiting, because once you start looking at you, before you know it, Abba could tap you on your shoulder, you look back, and they go to surprise, and you like, but wait a minute. But you ready though. You get what I'm saying? You done got ready. Remember, you getting ready. You getting ready. So I'll say this, like, I've lost weight. I had this dress that I wore while I was in Arizona, and I thought it was the cutest. And now that thing fit like like a baggy chicken frying dress. You hear me? And so it wouldn't even look the same if I wore it out now to like a picnic, or, you know, just out. It wouldn't even look right now, because you could tell like my body is somewhat disappeared a little bit in the dress. So the dress is not fitting like it used to fit. So I'm proud of myself, you know, because I'm focusing on me. When I first got here, when I got back from Arizona, Abba said, look, I got everything else around you, and I repent right now in the name of Yeshua, Abba, because I still was taking advantage of taking control of certain things and not letting him handle it. Rather it being my responses to stuff, my emotions about somebody doing something. You get what I'm saying? So he said, work on you, focus on you, and I got the rest. And that meant go ahead and change your habits. Go ahead and decide whose side you're going to go ahead and be on now. Go ahead and change them habits. Go ahead and start working out. Go ahead and take this serious. Go ahead and stop having sex. Go ahead and stop. Don't even, I wasn't doing any drugs, but you can say, go ahead and change your mind with the drugs. Make your commitment to yourself, to me, and then yourself, that you are going to live this brand new life. You're going to go back to the original state. This is the year of restoration. So it's double restoration because it's 2022. And so it's the year of restoration, double restoration. And so he's just like, I'm restoring you all the way back. Y'all, when I say he doing it, he has did it, and he is doing it. He has released me from some things. He is restoring me. He's restored me, restoring me, and currently still has more restoring to do. So what I'm saying is, I see what he mean now when he said, hey, you work on you while I take care of everything else around you. I got everything around you. Don't try to defend yourself while working on you. I want you to solely work on yourself inside and out for real this time. And I got everything else around you because I'm ready for you to have what you need. You know how we be so anxious and ready to have what we need. Like we just said, we have the same desire sometimes. And so it's just like, but I got to clean you up before I can give you this. I want to give it to you too. But if I would be sloppy, messy, and it wouldn't even go right if I did not prepare you for this thing. You would sabotage it. You would self-sabotage yourself. You would mess it up if I let you go do it with what you got going on now. You get what I'm saying? So he's like, here, this is what I'm going to do. I set you down to let you work on yourself. I got everything around you while you work on yourself because I'm ready for you to go to the next level. So y'all, if y'all haven't, or okay, so if anybody's watching who hasn't cold turkey a lot of stuff they know they do, and they're looking at this video saying, I need to do this, I need to do that, because you're not going to get to that next level without cold turkey and a lot of stuff. I didn't say perfect, but righteous. Righteous is close to perfect, okay? And so what I'm saying is you got to make up in your mind. You got to be serious, and you got to change these things for real. You can't say, oh, I'm going to do it next week. I'm going to do it next week. No, you go ahead and stop it for real, and then you start the process of working on, you get what I'm saying, like fighting through the demons that's going to be at your door when you say it, because I'm telling you, I'm happy I'm past that point. But when you make up in your mind to do something, Satan is not going to let you off that easy. Just, let Abba do it. Abba let me tell you, he been doing it. Because he said he had it. So maybe that felt like why I still feel like I ain't had to fight. I did not have to fight. I fight, the emotions will make you fight. Emotions will make you fight. I'm not talking about physical fight. I'm talking about spiritual fight. Like you just gotta prove your point, get back. You ain't even got to say that. That's what it says, a spiritual fight. And so Abba said, you work on you and I got everything else around you. That's what you do. You work on you and I got everything else around you. He told me this months ago, and I see what he's saying, because it's like, hey, here go the surprise right around the corner. Ready or not, it's coming. But if I was you, I would get ready. So for the people who needs to get ready, lose weight. Because if speaking engagement come up and you see these women around here, slim, trim, flat stomachs, and mine is probably gonna be a mixture, not just of Christian, but a mixture of the world. You see these women with these flat stomachs, these BBLs, and you ain't got to be into all of that, but Satan gonna make your self-confidence be looking a little slim to none. So if you go ahead and work on yourself, give yourself something to be proud of, and when you are proud of yourself, that's when your confidence come up. And so if you can give yourself something to be proud of, and go ahead and groom and formulate your confidence that you need for your opportunities and your surprise that's coming up, you ain't gonna have nothing to worry about. Y'all, let me tell you, I don't, like, I can just, if it doesn't matter to me. I'm not gonna say I don't do nothing to my head when I go places or to the store. Like, I'll get on YouTube looking a little bummy than what I do when I go to the store. I ain't even about to lie to y'all. So, but what I'm saying is, if I can't really dress myself up to go to the store, I don't worry about it no more. Because the insecurity is not there no more, because I've sat and I've worked on myself. You get what I'm saying? I've given myself time to flush off demons, flush off all the stuff that I couldn't let go of, because some of the things we're holding on to, that's what's keeping us insecure. When you can when you can overcome some things, it builds the confidence within you to be okay with yourself, because you're like, I did this, I worked on me, and I, we both know that, you're talking to yourself in the mirror. We both know that we had a time with this, and the fact that we've overcome it, can't nobody tell us nothing. Can't nobody tell us nothing. So this message can be for all groups of people, whether you are just starting. No delays, just go ahead and get it done, because you tired of being broke. You want people to hear you. You got a voice, whether that's singing or you got a message for people. And you can't be out here with all these people who done did the work, and you insecure, and then you done let Satan in, and then you kicked out the group. Because one thing about it, two things for sure, is that when you get to a certain level, I don't care if people spiritual or not, they not putting up with foolishness, they're not putting up with jealousy, they're not putting up with any sign of negativity, because negativity is a root of destruction. And so with that being said, you got to go ahead and work on yourself. Start now. If you're not at the place where you're working on yourself and patiently waiting, earlier I was just stating, sometimes you can get sidetracked and be like, no, let me tell you something. Even talking to myself, people who are waiting is always something to do. We ain't got time to be impatient, because it's always something that we could be doing. Get off social media in the waiting period so you won't feel like you got to rush this thing. Get off social media in the beginning period when you're first starting, so you won't feel like it's unreachable. Like I would say, the whole time that you're getting ready to go to your next level, get off social media. And even even when you got your big testimony to tell, you wait and let Abba tell you what audience needs to hear this testimony, because you need to make sure that it's set in stone first before people start coming. So when they come, they done missed you, because another video he had me say, because you're unpredictable. They can't find you. You be done posted a picture a year later that you, to them, is new to them, but it's a year old to you. And so they're looking at the picture like, she doing this, and you done moved past that. It's a year later, and you done did what you had to do, and you just giving a story time saying, this is my testimony, y'all. I went from this to this, but yet you done went from this to this to that, and you in that telling your this story, and then people who are looking are trying to attack your this, but you done already accomplished that, because you on your that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if it was confusion, but the people who understand and who want it bad, you understood what I just said. And if you have to rewind it back, please do. You got to be unpredictable. Every video, every message that he told me to put out, I promise you it was right on time. It's like a time frame. You need instructions. You need Noah-like instructions. Go back through my videos and he'll tell you. And go in the order that he's telling you to do these things, because those are the things that you're going to need when this next level. This ain't no game. It ain't no gimmicks. Like, you gotta get with him, sit down, make sure you hearing what he's saying. I will put my email in the description, but it's kind of self-explanatory with the title of these videos, the videos, and just everything that he's had me post, because it wasn't just me. If some was me, I went back and deleted them. But I can assure you, all the ones that he definitely, that I know came from him, and he didn't say go delete that, then guess what? It makes sense, because everything that I've talked about, I was able to call it back from videos from 2 months ago, and 4 months ago from when I got started. And so all I'm saying is, for the Noahs who got instructions right now, do them thoroughly. If you know you need to get started, like, you got to get started. You got to start from somewhere. You can't say, oh, well, I'm going to go ride her bandwagon. We best friends. My best friend got a business. I'll work for her, and then maybe she'll let me become manager over the building, because she's going to have to be. Like, no, get your own. Like, don't be banking off nobody else's stuff. Don't be looking at what nobody else got going on. I'm telling you, he told me to focus on me. Don't be looking at what nobody else got going on, because you don't know if this is their raft season. You don't know if they in a raft and discipline. You don't know what he want to do with them. Even if he want to bless them, you still need to get out the way, because I do know one thing is that when Abba get ready to bless you, he don't want nobody around you. When I say he don't want nobody around you, he don't want nobody. Yes, he will prepare a table in front of your enemies. He will do just that. But I know in the preparation stage, he don't want nobody around you. Nobody needs to know what is going on. Nobody needs to see what's going on. So if your peoples is going through something with Abba, I can assure you they are not just ignoring you. They're listening to Abba because they know what works for them. Again, so you should get into it too. You should say, oh, it's okay. You know, be very understanding, because you gonna get there. And it's your spirit gonna make you get there, even if you don't want to get there. Like, you gonna stop telling people stuff, you gonna see stuff start moving quicker for you. So y'all, people will just start and go ahead and get started. You know, however you see yourself, because Abba should give you a vision of what's in the future and in your future self. And if you know you don't look nothing like your future self now, then that means he not gonna do nothing for you tomorrow. He not about to do nothing for you tomorrow if you nowhere near what you saw in the vision. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to just go ahead and get started. Weight loss, change up your eating, cook better, exercise, get off the phone, leave people alone, stop talking to people, get off social media. It's so many things that can be done. And like I said, for the people who are patiently waiting, it's more stuff we could be doing. You know, we don't want to manipulate nothing. We don't want to move too fast. We ain't got resources right now for a reason. People who are waiting, oh, we know that if we had the resources, if we had what we need, we in it. We in our bag. We done moved on to the next city or the next state. But if you don't have your resources, he is not giving you your resources for a minute. Let him surprise us. But in the meantime, continue to tighten up on the stuff that we have, okay? Continue to tighten up on the stuff that we done got rid of. Go a little bit harder at it, okay? Get a little bit more focused on it, because he don't want us. That's that team player. You don't want to wait and forget all the sweat, blood, and tears and crying. And I ain't going to say blood, because some people take it too far. But we don't want to get all the, all the hard work we did, all the sacrifices, and as far as the fasting and getting rid of things cold turkey, and just, we knew it was going to work for our good. But the stuff that we had to, the strength we had to muscle up to do all these things, you don't want to forget that. And then when he bless you with it, you act like you ain't went through training to get to where you at. So didn't want to make this video too long, but at the same time, it is what it is. I hope y'all have enjoyed this I ain't gonna say episode but I hope you guys have. Y'all know my episodes is a little bit more cleaned up. YouTube get my love. It may seem all over the place, but you get me. But my episodes, he had me deliver those a little bit more cleaned up, which I'm gonna do after this, because I need to jump on that as well, because it goes to other platforms like Spotify, I think Apple, Google, a couple other places. But anyway, y'all, I'm just saying, no matter where you at, if you need to get started, go ahead and get started, because you're not even getting to your next level if you ain't nothing like where that man needs you to be at. Okay? And then for us who are waiting, we could be tightening up on those things, so that we will permanently be where we need to be at, okay? So we can have it down in our spirits, our hearts, and our minds, and our souls, and our prayers, and embedded in us, so that when we do get, he do surprise us, we know how to take care of it, and we won't mess it up. So I thank y'all for listening, also taking advice, and being encouraged, and y'all have a good one. Shalom.